Alright, welcome, hello. It's been a long day. So, I wanted to basically do a little video. I wasn't going to record after basically having to wait on my ISP all day. But here I am because Bungie decided to do something really awesome and put out an article about why they gave everyone mods. Oh, specifically, all of the armor mods. Well, when Lightfall drops, they're removing the element restrictions of mods, condensing a lot of mods, and removing redundant mods, which I think is pretty rad. Honestly. And, you know, because I'm excited about it, I came back to D1 because I wanted to use some pretty fun weapons. And yes, I am using 2 snipers, don't worry about it. It's fine. But basically what they're doing is they're attempting to make build crafting less tedious, less confusing, and more approachable to, you know, your average player. And I'm kind of about that. It's a good change. And I'm interested to see what all they do with it, because, like, on top of removing the element restriction, which, by the way, I totally called that last week, let's fucking go. Totally not super inflated ego over that, nope, totally not. But, them condensing Charged with Light and Elemental Wells into one mod section called Charged Armor. That is an interesting change, and I think it's going to make build crafting a lot more approachable and less confusing. When you, instead of having to balance your wells and your Charged with Light, or mix match the two, now they're just charged armor mods. Now you may be wondering, okay, but what are they doing about the Artifice armor? That's the fucking cool part. Artifice armor is getting +3 in specific stats. That slot that was used for the Charged with Light and or Elemental Wells will be used for extra stats, which is pretty cool, and makes it easier to obtain those high stat armors that you kind of want for endgame. Takes away a lot of that pain, even though it does require you to do a massive dungeon. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. They're also making all of the mods on the seasonal artifact passive bonuses. You can only select 12 to be active, which is understandable, but being able to reset it and respec it for no cost is a massive bonus, because let's face it, are you going to use all of the mods on that at any given time? Hell no. There's a lot of them that if I could just skip over them in the past few seasons, I absolutely would have, and did. But the thing that I am super excited about, on top of all of this, is that you do not have to waste armor slots on seasonal weapon mods. Like anti-barrier pulse rifle. You can just activate that on the artifact itself, and it works for all pulse rifles, even if you change armor. And that's super awesome. I am very excited and happy about that, because that means I can actually make some builds that I'm super happy about, and it, you know, like, more customized to how I want to play. Instead of being like, okay, I need to run this mod, and this mod for the season, and then everything else I can kind of get away with. come Lightfall, it will be, okay, I can use this on the artifact, and I can use these mods on my, armor. And the best part is, they've listened to people and they're like, oh yeah, champions are annoying. You know what? But they were like, you know what would be even better on top of this? What if we brought in the loadouts feature on top of all of these changes? Is it gonna work right? Possibly not. We'll see. But they're throwing it in. You can have 10 different saved loadouts in the game. And apparently, from the way they've been talking, you can share those with the community. So, that's gonna be super fun. I actually can't wait to see that. I want to be really interested in that. Also, why am I reloading my sniper after every shot? Don't worry about it. There's some other goodies that might be coming in Lightfall as well. And I'd be very excited if they did. But we'll see. The other thing that they mentioned is rolling champion mods, essentially, into subclass abilities, which made me very happy. Like, for instance, tired of those sneaky overload champions? Well, you got stasis, you got, I think it's suppression? I believe it, yeah, it's suppression in Void. And I forget what the other one is. But there's like 4 different ways you can do it. 2 light, 2 darkness, I think. Oh, no, there's, every subclass will have 1 element. I'm reading back over it. But yeah, every subclass will have 1 specific part of their kit that will deal with champions built in. So, don't want to equip a mod? Don't want to equip a specific weapon? Use your subclass. Free yourself up to play more how you want to play. Which makes me very happy. Because, as things currently sit, things were very restrictive. Damn. And I think it is a very nice change of pace to actually be able to get in and mess with the builds a bit more, tweak some things, and of course, due to the fact that they consolidated a lot of stuff, they have nerfed some things, so to speak. I'm gonna use this opportunity to switch to another gun that I wanted to use while I was out here. So, old dragon's breath. Oh, I forgot about this event. Ba-ba-ba-ba. But basically, they've listened to the community finally. Whereas people said, it's annoying being railroaded into specific weapons to deal with champions. It's also annoying having to waste armor slots, well, armor mon slots, to deal with those champions each season. So Bungie, finally, is like, you know what if we put those intrinsically basically in all the subclasses. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. I can just change my subclass up if I'm having an issue with a fucking champion. That's awesome. I'm down. Like, give it to me. I dig it. And so, starting with Lightfall, you'll be able to do that. And as I said, they're gonna tweak things as they go, see how it works, which I'm super happy they're going to do that. Because it's a very, very good thing. Go ahead and Dragon's Breath this mini boss. It's up. Reciprocal rune acquired. Did it. But yeah. Them giving more options to actually deal with champions is a wonderful thing. And I'm glad they're finally getting around to it. Because it means the game itself is going to be less daunting for people to get into. And that's something I've wanted for such a long time. Excuse me. That's pretty rude. Fuck, Vandal. And now I can actually be like, hey, if you want to just try out the game, now is probably the best time. Because they're also, if I remember correctly, adding the Guardian rank system, which is going to be a fairly interesting change. It's not a bad change. You want to use Fatebringer? No, I want to use Touch of Malice. One of my favorite scout rifles to exist, Touch of Malice. Which I really would love to get in D2. Because it's kind of cracked. Bam. Easy. But yeah, like, I have been asking for a very long time for them to make the game a little bit more approachable. Or at least to make in-game builds less daunting. And I think the changes they're making with mods, and the artifact, and subclasses to deal with champions, I think that's going to make more people be like, okay, some of the things that intimidated me with the game have been toned down. The only other thing I can ask for is, like, at a certain point, getting rid of, like, blue items, so they just, like, auto-dismantle into, you know, materials once they're past the point of usefulness. Be pretty cool. Would be pretty cool. Just saying. Just saying, it would be pretty cool. Fully in that camp, by the way. And, you know, that's basically the whole reason why I wanted to record after such a long day of waiting for my internet to return to me, is because I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Because I am even more excited about Lightfall for that reason. Because I think that's going to take care of a lot of the current annoyances that I have with the game. Because, like, GMs this season are being lowered so more people can enter Grandmaster Nightfalls, which is awesome. And, with Lightfall then making champions easier to deal with for all players, instead of, you know, the people that have been playing the game since beta, have like 9 billion fucking materials everywhere, probably a vault crammed full of stuff. I am talking about myself there in that instance. I have my vault literally almost fucking full, and I need to deal with that, because that's not okay. I need places to store stuff, and I'm running out of places to store stuff. Listen, don't you miss being able to one-shot things with scout rifles and PvE? Right? I'm just saying, it would be nice to just one-shot red bars with scout rifle and a hand cannon in PvE. Just saying. Make them viable again, Bungo. That's me nitpicking now. But yeah, I think they're honestly going to make a lot more builds viable with these changes, and I'm super down. I want to see more, which I'm assuming that they're going to talk about those, as well as talk a teeny bit about Strand, maybe. Probably not until after. Which, I'll be honest, I'm okay if they don't talk anything about Strand until, till it comes out. And let's see, what else? I know in the trailer they showed off Neo Muna a little bit, which looks fantastic. And it's probably just me, which is also kind of why I'm here in D1 instead of on D2 when recording this video. Because I feel like overall D2 is not as vibrant. Like, I think the colors are darker and things are a little dingier. Whereas, like, here in D1, look at this. Look at the skybox. You can see the fucking stars out there. You can see contrails of Guardian ships. Like, look at that. That's gorgeous. And then here, even around the actual, like, Cosmodrome itself, there's, like, a lot of vibrancy. A lot of different colors. A lot of different shades. Which is kind of weird to say, because it's, like, all rust and shit. And in D2, it's just not. So I think they have, like, toned down a lot of the colors in the game. It's not as vibrant, and I would love to see a little bit more of that, which is what Neo Muna looks like to me. It's vibrant. It's alive. And I can't wait for that. So, long story short, this video's gone on for nearly 20 minutes. I was super excited about the mod changes, mainly because removing the element restrictions on armor has been something I have been dying for. And now, it's finally happened. So, without further ado, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, or would like to discuss something Destiny related, please let me know in the comments. I would very much appreciate that, because I try my best to answer anything and respond. I really do. Kinda enjoy it. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time. Well, bye.